Okay, this is lesson 39, and we're comparing fractions by drawing pictures. So you won't always have to do this, but they're trying to help you understand what fractions really mean, and what's bigger, what's smaller. So they start off with a circle, and it's a quarter shaded in, and then, or 1/4 shaded in, and then the other one's 1/2 shaded in. I can't draw circles, so I draw rectangles instead, and I use the lines on the paper. So I made myself the same size box. My one hole for both of those is exactly the same size. I shaded in 1/4 and then I shaded in 1/2. So I can see that 1/2 is much bigger than 1/4. If these were not the same size, let's say I made this box, I don't know, like really big and shaded in 1/4 of it. Maybe there. I wouldn't be able to compare them, would I? So whatever your hole that you're taking a part of has to be the same size. So be sure and keep that in mind. In the example, Armando finished his math assignment in 1/3 of an hour. Jan finished the assignment in 1/2 of an hour. Who took longer to finish the assignment? Draw pictures to compare these fractions, 1/2 and 1/3. Okay, I did it the opposite direction because they mentioned Armando first. So I have my one hole, so that's an hour and that's an hour, and I'm gonna break this into 3 parts. How do I know to do 3 parts? Yeah, because my denominator is 3. So there's my 3 parts, and I know that Armando took one of those 3 parts, 1/3, so 1 out of 3. And then Jan finished in 1/2 hour. So I'm going to cut this hour in half, and we'll say that Jan okay, so now Jan finished in a 1/2 hour. So who took more time? Well, Jan did, right? So this is Jan, and this is Armando. We see that this 1/2 hour is bigger than that 1/3 when we compare it in a picture. And it's kind of nice as long as we have our hole mounts the same size. So I say that 1/2 is greater than 1/3. That little pointy end points to the small number, and so Jan took longer. Okay, the next little piece is really important, and they don't spend much time on it, but I want you to see this. They said these fractions are written in order from least to greatest. So 1/9, 1/8, 1/7, 1/6, 1/5, 1/4, 1/3, 1/2. Okay, so I picked out a couple of those. And we're going to go ahead and break this and see how big 1/9 is. So this little bit right here is 1/9. Now we're going to go ahead and break it into 6. Now I have 18 little bars. So if I'm going to break it into 6 parts, I'm going to take, that's going to be 1/6. So now that's 1/6. 1/3, we're going to break it into 6 bars. So I see that all the way there is 1/6. 1/3, we're going to break it into 3 bars. 1/2, we're going to break it into 9 bars. I don't think I did the 6th. Oh, that's the 1/3, then the 1/2. So you can see that as the denominators get smaller, the size of the fraction gets bigger because I'm not cutting it into so many pieces. So if I said, this is my, I don't know, candy bar, and I wanted to take 1/99th of it, I would have to cut it into 99 sections and take one of them. Even though 99 is really big, if I cut it into 99 sections, I'm only taking one. I'm taking a tiny little piece, right? So if this is a candy bar and you like it, it's the kind you like, would you rather have 1/9 or 1/2 of it? 1/2 probably, because you get more of the candy bar, right? The denominator tells you how many pieces to cut it into, okay? So that's lesson 39, fractions. Good luck.